Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and today we're going to look at a great new audio release from one of the more eccentric films that came out last year. 2021, of course, was the year of Sparks. Ron and Russell Mael, who've been making music for over 50 years, realizing one of their biggest projects of all. First of all, we had the Sparks Brothers documentary, which I've also covered on this channel, but then they released the film Annette, which is an actual narrative musical film starring Marion Cotillard and Adam Driver, and it's the story of him as a failed comedian and her as a successful opera singer, and they have a child together, Annette, who ends up becoming a singing prodigy. I'm not going to go too into the actual movie itself here, but I did just get my hands on this. This is the Unlimited Edition Annette soundtrack on CD. It's a 2 CD set. The initial release of the soundtrack was called the Cannes Edition, C-A-N-N-E-S, like the film festival. I believe that's where they premiered the movie. But that was just highlights from the music in the movie, whereas this Unlimited Edition is the complete soundtrack, and it also includes some bonus material as well. I'm going to do an unboxing of this release, and then I'll share my opinion. Again, the Cannes version was just highlights of the soundtrack. That's the only version that was released on vinyl. Typically, I buy vinyl more than CDs these days, but in this case, this is the more complete and comprehensive version of the soundtrack. Here's the cover. Great artwork from a pivotal scene of the movie right there. Spine text right there. Back cover. Then we open this up. I put the hype sticker from the shrink wrap right there that details the information. Here's a list of the tracks from CD 1's first half. The remainder of the tracks on CD 1. You got a picture from the film, of course. We'll take a look at the disc, too. Here's the disc for CD 1. I'm not even totally sure what way is right side up on this, but I do like how that looks. It's not just a plain gray CD with text on it. Then we move on through the book. Got some more photos in the middle section. There's even lyrics for the songs, which I actually really like. You don't always get that, especially with soundtracks. And that whole lyrics section stretches on for a while. There are quite a few random photos from the movie like I'm showing. I'm not going to show every single page in here, but you can kind of get an idea of what's included here. Here you've got like credits and lists of musicians and things like that. The actual actors in the film sing their parts, but then Ronald and Russell Mael also sing some stuff as well, as they do normally as Sparks. If you can call anything that Sparks does normal. And they even have a cameo in the film as jet pilots. Here we get to disc 2. This has the remainder of the songs from the film, plus several exclusive bonus tracks that, of course, weren't on the Cannes edition of the album. So I'll pull this out, and this kind of follows the same motif as the first CD. It's just green instead of yellow. It's a little tricky to get these CDs back in the little slots that's in here for them, but it is a pretty nice, pretty comprehensive package. I do like the artwork in the back there, which sort of echoes what's on the front cover. Now, I did like the film overall, though I was a little put off by the overlong runtime and questionable pacing. I did want to get a soundtrack to the film, and I'm glad that I finally have that in the most complete form available. The music on here, it goes all over the place. I mean, you have the opening track, So May We Start, which sounds more like what you'd expect Sparks to record on one of their albums. But then you have like more musical, operatic pieces. It's very progressive and experimental. The music on here is all over the place. I mean that in a good way. It's maybe not going to be the sort of thing that mainstream audiences go to see in theaters or listen to the soundtrack of. But those who are Sparks fans and were fans of the film, this is the definitive version to own. The only real complaint I have is that, well, they did try to organize this in order. There are some segments from the stand-up comedy scenes in the film that are relegated to the bonus tracks at the end of CD 2. I don't know why these couldn't have been put in chronological order like the rest of the material from the movie is here. But that's a minor complaint. I'm glad we have now the most complete version of the Annette soundtrack that's available. What did you think of this film? How about its soundtrack? Have you picked up any of these releases yet? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.